I opened a $40,000 bill for breast implants I never got. Turns out, my own sister used my identity to get them. When I confronted her, she said, "What's yours is mine, right?" But now she's facing prison, and I'm the one the family blames. I was having my morning coffee when I opened the envelope from Beverly Hills Cosmetic Surgery Center. For a moment, I thought it was junk mail, some marketing ploy targeting women my age. Then I saw my name at the top of a $40,000 medical bill for breast augmentation surgery I'd never had. My hands shook as I read through the itemized charges: surgeon fees, anesthesia, post-operative care, premium silicone implants, all performed on someone using my name, my social security number, my insurance information. I called the surgery center immediately. "This is Gabriela Santos. I received a bill for surgery I never had. Let me check your file, Miss Santos." The receptionist paused. "It shows here that you had breast augmentation surgery 3 weeks ago. Dr. Richardson performed the procedure. I've never been to your facility. Someone used my identity." "Ma'am, that's impossible. We require photo identification and insurance verification." "Then someone forged my ID." Another pause. "Would you like to speak with our billing department about a payment plan?" "I want to speak with your fraud department now." After being transferred 3 times, I finally reached someone who understood the gravity of what I was saying. They agreed to pull the file and review the documentation. "Miss Santos, the patient who came in did have identification with your name and information. But now that I'm looking more closely at the photos in our system." "What photos?" "We take before and after photos for all procedures. The woman in these photos, she doesn't look like the photo on the ID she provided." My stomach dropped. "Can you describe her?" "Blonde hair, about 5 feet 6 inches, probably early 30s, very theatrical makeup." That description fit exactly one person, my sister, Veronica. I hung up and immediately called her. "Ronnie, we need to talk now." "Oh hey Gavs. What's up?" "What's up is that I just received a $40,000 bill for breast implants. Want to explain that?" The silence on the other end was deafening. "Ronnie, look, I can explain." "You better start explaining fast." "I was going to pay it back. It's not like you were using your good credit anyway." I sat down hard in my kitchen chair. "Are you insane? You stole my identity to get plastic surgery." "I didn't steal anything. We're sisters. What's yours is mine, right?" "No, Veronica, what's mine is mine. And what you did is called identity theft. It's a felony. Don't be so dramatic. I needed this surgery, Gabs. My self-esteem was in the toilet after Derek left me. I couldn't afford it on my own, and your credit is so much better than mine. So, you forged my identification and stole my personal information." "I borrowed it. There's a difference." There was no difference, and we both knew it. But Veronica had always lived in a world where her problems became everyone else's responsibility. "I'm hanging up now, and I'm calling the police." "Wait, don't do anything crazy. Let's talk to Mom first." Against my better judgment, I agreed to meet at our mother's house. I needed to understand how deep this betrayal went, and whether other family members were involved. Mom greeted me at the door with a guilty expression that told me everything I needed to know. "Gabriela, honey, before you say anything, you knew Veronica needed help. She was so depressed after her divorce. So, you helped her commit identity theft." "I helped her get the confidence boost she needed to move on with her life." I walked into the living room, where Veronica sat on the couch, noticeably different from the last time I'd seen her. Her new figure was obvious, and she seemed to be deliberately showing it off. "Do you like them?" she asked, gesturing at her chest. "Dr. Richardson is amazing. I feel like a whole new person." "You feel like a new person because you literally stole someone else's identity to become one." Mom sat down next to Veronica, immediately taking her side. "Gabriela, you're being unreasonable. Veronica needed this surgery for her mental health. Her mental health doesn't justify destroying my financial health. You don't even use credit. You rent that tiny apartment. You don't have a car payment. You don't buy anything nice for yourself." "Because I'm saving money, Mom. Because I'm planning for my future." "Well, now you can plan around helping your sister." I stared at both of them, realizing that this conversation was pointless. They genuinely believed that my financial stability was a family resource that Veronica could tap into whenever she needed a confidence boost. "I'm pressing charges," I said quietly. Both of them started talking at once, but I held up my hand. "Veronica used my name, my social security number, and forged my identification to obtain $40,000 in medical services. That's not family helping family. That's identity theft, credit fraud, and forgery." "She needed confidence more than you need credit," Mom said, like that settled the matter. "No," I replied. "She needed therapy more than she needed surgery. And I need my identity back." I left them sitting there and drove straight to the police station. Detective Maria Reyes took my statement and reviewed the evidence I gathered, the forged ID, the medical bills, and even the recordings where Veronica admitted to using my information. "This is a clear case of identity theft," Detective Reyes said. "The medical component makes it even more serious. How did she access your personal details? We're sisters. She's known my social security number, birth date, everything, since we were kids. And the ID? She probably used an old photo of me to have a fake one made. We look alike enough that it would work." "Miss Santos, I have to ask, are you certain you want to press charges? This could lead to felony charges." "I'm sure." The next few days were overwhelming. Veronica was arrested at her apartment. The story made local news because of how unusual the case was. "Woman arrested for using sister's identity for cosmetic surgery," ran across several headlines. My phone lit up with calls from friends, extended family, even strangers. Most of the family calls weren't supportive. "Gabriela, how could you do this to your sister?" Aunt Carmen asked, upset. "I didn't do anything to her. She did this to me. But now her future is at risk. She should have thought of that before damaging mine." "It's just money. Family comes first. It's not just money. It's my credit, my identity, my trust."